Hello and welcome back to the channel for what will be the final video in this Biosyn Valley Park series. Thank you very much for sticking with this series and of course for all your suggestions and stuff. Before we get started, I'd just like to give a shout out to the Epic Gamer who suggested that I build a research safari in this blank area here. So thank you very much for that, and I'll fill this enclosure with some herbivores because I noticed, and some of you have said, that this park is lacking in herbivores because I've mostly put carnivores in here. But yeah, I suppose it makes up for my last series where I mostly put herbivores in the park. So yeah, big thank you to you, the Epic Gamer, for this suggestion. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just placing a couple of watering holes, surrounding it with trees and stuff. I like my herbivore exhibits to be quite open, so I don't go too crazy with the trees. And yeah, of course, placing all the plant fibre and stuff so the dinosaurs have access to food. And of course, the watering holes provide water. I then decided to get rid of some of the fences I built on the Giganotosaurus research area, and I put the park tour right parallel to the pathway that I built, and I make it like winding around the different lakes and trees and stuff of the exhibit, which I thought was pretty cool. I love having park tours and like the big herbivore exhibits. There's something about it, I don't know, I just really enjoy doing it. But yeah, there we go, just putting the path in and stuff. Of course, getting rid of all the blank space with the trees. While I have nothing to talk about, I'd just like to ask if you guys have any ideas for what I could do for my next build. I was thinking of using the Sierra Nevada map and making like a snowy park, but yeah, I'm going to leave this one up to you guys, so whoever leaves the best suggestion will get that picked, and if there's no suggestions, then I guess I have to go to the Sierra Nevada. I think it was the Epic Game actually suggested a half Jurassic Park, half Jurassic World park. I really do like the idea, but I prefer to have one consistent theme, and I think that the two mixing of the genres, I don't know, something about it just doesn't sit right with me. I'm sure it is a really good idea, and I really do appreciate the suggestion, but yeah, I prefer to have like one solid theme. Right, so as you can see here, yeah, again, my Jeep was having trouble finding anywhere, and I realised it's because there was no access to the Giganotosaurus research area, and yeah, I spent quite a while trying to fix that. You can just see me driving the Jeep along as I did last time when this happened. I just try and fix it myself by driving it around because I think the game's glitched out, but no, it's just my fault for not placing a fence in the right area. So there we go, I finally sorted that out by placing that gate there, and yeah, everything was sorted after that. I then got to work on incubating the dinosaurs, and I started with Triceratops. I think Triceratops is in Dominion. I think there's like shots of it here and there, but there's no main part of the film with Triceratops in. But yeah, definitely adding that 'cause it's one of the classics. I also did Ankylosaurus. And I basically went through in my head like all the dinosaurs that escaped during Fallen Kingdom, then I did a few of my own. So that's basically just Triceratops and Ankylosaurus actually. And then I did Tyrannosaurus, one of my favourite hadrosaurs, although I'm not too keen on the Jurassic World skin. I prefer the sow when it's like an actual sow, because this looks like all chunky and I'm not a massive fan of that. But yeah, here we go with the Triceratops. I then released the two Ankylosaurus that I incubated.
They call this the Ankylosaurus. I call it an armored ball of walking, breathing trouble. Still, some might call it charming, amusing, delightful. Each to their own.
I then released the Tyrannosaurus, and I actually gave him a really cool pattern, I think.
This one's more my speed. The Tyrannosaurus is named after the Arabic word for courage, which is kinda my thing. This dinosaur is easy to care for and really only wants a comfortable place to eat and rest. And to be left alone. Sound like anyone you know?
After I released that lot of dinosaurs, I also added a couple of Brachiosaurus, and I used the original JP1 skin because, you know, it's classic and I love that. And I just chose this like random skin here, which is one you're seeing now. That was originally meant to round off the exhibit, but it didn't look full enough, so I added 8 Mutabarosaurus to go along with the Aranosaurus that I added. It's like a little Hadrosaur troop. And yes, it's another really cool skin actually. But yeah, that was the final dinosaur added to this enclosure, and in the end, it looks really cool actually. Well, I think it does. You can hold your own opinions on that.
It's possible for a dinosaur to be both elegant and awkward at the same time. Then the
So after cutting loads of unnecessary footage out, and by that I mean all the dinosaurs moving into the enclosure, yeah, so stuff you wouldn't really want to see, I got some live footage of our dinosaurs. So first we start with the Triceratops, and I name each of the dinosaurs that I added. Well, one of the members of each dinosaur I added. Does that make sense? You'll see what I mean in a minute anyway. But yeah, we have this one here. I wanted to get the one that looked the best and wasn't in the shade, because I realised that when the dinosaurs in the shade you don't get a great look at them. But yeah, I decided to name this Triceratops Grant, obviously after Alan Grant, because his favourite dinosaur is the Triceratops. So yeah, we have that there. Yeah, one of the T-Rex there was running low on health because it didn't have access to food, so I released another goat, and yeah, hopefully they got on with it and hunted the goat to eat it. I should have put a regular feeder in there, but I didn't really want to. So yeah, just left it and let the vets get on with it. I don't know what set this off, but all the dinosaurs started panicking. I don't know if it was one of the tour trucks, but yeah, everything started freaking out. I then decided to get a look at our Ankylosaurus. So we have this one here, waking up, and then we have this one in the woods. Then I went back to the one near the lake here, and then I decided to name this one, which you'll see in a minute. Took me a while to think of a name for this one. But in the end, I decided on a name, and that name was Sheldon. Obviously because the Ankylosaurus has a big shell thing on its back. I mean, it's not really a shell. They're like armoured plate type things, but I thought it was a fitting name. And yeah, we have Sheldon the Ankylosaurus. I then got a look at our herd of Aranosaurus. So we have this one here sleeping, with his head in the bushes. That one there eating. Another one here eating. I really do like the Aranosaurus though. I remember when I added it in there, was it Claire's Sanctuary DLC in the original game, and I really liked it. I do really like the Aranosaurus, but I prefer it when the cell's like thin, if that makes sense. But yeah, I decided to name it Ducky because it has a duck bill. Very creative, I know. Yeah, I'm not the best at coming up with names, but as I say, I do try. I then got a look at our Brachiosaurus. So here we have the 1993 skin. And I decided to name this one Grace, because it's a graceful creature, isn't it? Yeah, another very creative name.
Large quantities of plant material. Its jaws are actually surprisingly weak, and its movements are limited.
And then to top it all off, I've got to look at our Mutabarosaurus. That's quite a mouthful. It's a bit of a tongue twister, that. But yeah, as I said earlier, really do like that pattern. It's got one of the more unique skin textures as well. Yes, I hardly ever used it in the original game, but I really got fond of it in this one. But I decided to name this Sheila. Yeah, because obviously it's from Australia. And Sheila was a very fitting name. I then got a look at one of our tours to show you guys some of the views that you'd see in this exhibit. I don't show a full tour because that would take quite a while and you probably wouldn't want to see it. So I get a couple of views. So as you can see here, there's a Brachiosaurus there. Ah, such a cool view. And then on the other side you've got the Ankylosaurus there, and I think there's a couple of Hadrosaurs as well. They're just turning that new feature on. You can see all the dinosaurs highlighted, which is quite cool. And you can see our Hadrosaurs there roaming about. Another one of the Ankylosaurus. But yeah, that's pretty much this exhibit, and that finishes off the entire park. So there you go, there's an aerial shot of all the exhibits we built. Yeah, just zooming in on that there. Saw a little gap in the trees on the map, but it was fine in the end. But yeah, that was the final view of the map. I actually maximised most of the space out of it, and yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And also, yeah, thank you guys for your suggestions, because that kept me going and gave me some really cool ideas. But that pretty much finishes off this series, so thank you very much for sticking with it. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And yeah, I really appreciate your support and your comments and stuff. And there'll be a new park build shortly. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.